Sawadee Good afternoon, everyone. Before beginning my session, I would like to have some interaction activity a little bit. So my colleague will pass you on a piece of post-it, and then we will do some interaction activity after the session. So my colleague is somewhere around you. So my colleague, please raise your hand, and everyone can know where it is, where you are. Okay. My name is Yossapon Boonsom. I'm a landscape architect and I'm also a creative citizen. I just want to ask you a question about what is your background. Who is the architect here coming for today's session? Yes, of course, Piduong. Yes. And who is the jewelry designer, filmmaker, business owner, artist? Yes. And of course, the ambassador. You're the only one here in this room. So, actually, in my belief is that no matter background you are and whoever you are, everyone is a creative citizen. Creative citizen is referring to the person who can think and produce and creative ideas. The creative idea has the ability to transform the city and make an impact, create wealth, and create an impact to the social, natural environment, and also the economy. And everyone can be the creative citizen. I have been collecting some of the image for the past 10 years to observe what is the urban phenomena in Bangkok and around Thailand. So I would like to show you a group of images that can prove that everyone can be the creative citizen. This is a chair. I took the picture at a hardware shop in front of my office. It was designed and built by the construction workers from a piece or many pieces of leftover wooden plank. So it wasn't been designed by the designer and looks very nice and probably can be comfortably sit. This picture has been viral for the last 2 weeks. The ladies on the right-hand side try to imitate the dress of the celebrity. So what did she do? She used a rice biscuit bag to form the dress. The thing is, she turned the ordinary thing in her life into something extraordinary. This is the immigrant worker. She do some knitting while waiting for the truck to pick her back to the worker quarter. And I think she do it with her passion and love what she doing. I've been to a village between Thai and Laos border by the Mekong River, and I found these villagers. Every dry season, they will construct this bamboo bridge to connect to this island that can happen during the dry season. So when you enter to the island, you will find a lot of cafe and food stall. So they use the existing resources to add value to their economy and become the tourist attraction and become very popular during the dry season. We found a lot of people around Bangkok or the urban developer try to adapt the urban infrastructure to suit their behavior. For example, this lady tried to adapt the water pipe to be her kitchen table. And some of the Bangkok developers try to add more green to the city by put some potted plants and small chairs to create their own pocket green space. And for this dustbin, they tell us someone tried to camouflage it with the surrounding environment. The yellow one, I took it at Bang Rak area. I'm not sure whether it's part of the book group festival. I hope not. So it's a red little dot at this dustbin to become a piece of art. So on the right hand side, I took this picture from Jatujak Park. So the gardener tried to camouflage this dustbin with the surrounding green. This food stall on the street has been complained by the customer that there are too many mosquitoes and they're not very happy. So the shop owner came up with a very nice idea by putting the mosquito net to cover the whole dining table. So now nobody complains and it will become the selling point. So it's very unique by turning the obstacle into the business opportunity. The cart store is become the very unique elements in our urban environment. It can construct the urban activities. For example, this cart store can construct a rollerblade playground underneath the bridge. Another cart store can sell food or even plants and become the coffee shop by its own. All of this image has certain things in common. Firstly, it's about turning something ordinary in everyday life into something unusual to serve certain function and to be unique. And they turn it to respond to the certain need and certain function. And of course, I think most of them doesn't come from the designers or the person who has a design degree. It comes from the ordinary person who call the citizenship the creative citizen. So everyone is the creative citizen. Thailand is moving forward. We are already shift from the agricultural-based industry or economy to the heavy industry economy right now. And we are moving forward to be the knowledge-based economy industry country, which in the intellectual property is the key. Now it's come to the key question of how we can turn or nurture the creative citizen to be the new engine in driving this 21st century economy of our country. We think that district probably is the only place that we can nurture the creative citizen because creative idea come from the interaction between people with the people and the people with the environment. And district probably is the only place where people live, do business, work, and play. But there are certain elements or components that can categorize the district to be creative. For example, they should have the creative citizen or creative class in the district, or they should have the incubator, which Ajahn Priyadon just mentioned about the new TCDC. And they should have the business component and local culture and also the attraction and also the history. And the district, it doesn't do, it has a specific role for the creative district. Firstly, it's about encourage the people to perform their ability. Second is about encourage the people to exchange their ideas. And also provide, encourage them to encounter and interact with a different group of the people. And of course, it's very important to unlock the hidden potential of the people. And lastly, it's about catalyze the changes. Not all the district can be creative district. If you look at this picture, it's a brand new city in China. They got the biggest mall in the world, but nobody lives there. Nobody go there, it's all empty. Nobody go there for doing the business or for vacation. Because there's no elements that I just mentioned at the beginning. But Bang Rak or Charoenkrung got the potential and got certain elements that can be transformed into the creative district. It's right in the center of Bangkok by the Chao Phraya River, next to the central business district of Sirom and Sathorn. And very nearby district is very old, but it's going to the transformation process of Chinatown, Talat Noi, Kadijin, and Yanawa. And of course, the tipping point is a milestone of moving of the new TCDC to be in this area. I've been lucky to work with a group of people to win this design competition in moving this TCDC headquarters to be at post office. So this building going to be the main incubator to transform the whole district to become the creative one. But we think that the building alone wouldn't be enough. That means the building and the whole district need to work together to be the incubator. That means to transform the whole district to be the new incubator as one. There are also other districts next to it that we are in the process of transforming. For example, Talat Noi area, Kadijin, and Yanawa Riverfront. There are many projects coming along, and we are waiting to see the new neighbor of the Bang Rak to join them. I did the workshop with a student from different background and different university for 1 week, just to find out the possibilities of how we can transform the city to be the creative district in Bang Rak. It's quite an intense workshop. So we got a public lecture from many multidisciplinary people, and we went down to the site to talk to many local communities and stakeholders. And then we asked them what do they need and what are their aspirations to become the creative district. And then we found the characteristic of the site through image. And the students come out with 3 proposals. The first proposal is about transforming the abandoned shop house into the activity hub. So this shop house will be turned into the meeting place, not only among the local people or the local community, but to be the meeting place for the newcomer, like an entrepreneur or the business who want to do the business in this area. And it would be the meeting place to encourage them to exchange and generate the creative ideas. Another group proposed that since Bang Rak got so many little street we call soy. But the problem is no one really realized that there are many interesting things happening inside each soy or each street. So they want to turn this street to be the flexible activity place and become the connecting path to connect many inaccessible areas in the district together. So they think that by using the cart stall can be the catalyzed unit to generate some activity inside each street. And the next group proposing, they found that one of the big problems that make the district is decaying or dying because there are so many inaccessible areas and it wasn't being well connected with the neighbor. So they try to find where's the creative activity located inside the area and try to find the creative threshold by modifying the existing street. But not only that, they propose to create a new one by construct the new path, penetrate through the building, go up and across and go under some of the building to create and combine the whole corridor as the main threshold to navigate throughout the whole district. So during 1 week, what we have learned is there are many things. One thing is about designing is not probably the only tools in transforming the whole district. There are many concerns and we have to work with many people. All the stakeholder and local community is the key to find out the key potential and hidden potential of the district. And we want to develop this further by make it really happen for the next program. I just want to show you a brief movie of how the Bang Rak district is all about.
วัดมีโบสถ์นักท่องเที่ยวที่เข้ามาไฮเอ็นเลยแล้วก็แบ็คแพคเกอร์ตลาดบางรักตอนกลางวันตอนเย็นก็จะเห็นพวกคนออฟฟิศอยู่เยอะ
ก็กองทุนก็เรียงเป็นแถวมันเริ่มตั้งแต่สถานทูตโปรตุเกสสถานทูตอังกฤษตรงไปสนีย์กลางปัจจุบัน
สถานทูตฝรั่งเศสบริษัทเจเจติก
ตึกเก่าสวยมีรถไฟฟ้าลงต่อเรือมีของกินเยอะมาก
Yeah, it's less busy, more relaxed, and I like walking around.
คือหลายๆอย่างในนี้มันกระตุ้นให้คนมีความรู้สึกว่าเข้ามาอยู่ในนี้สามารถที่จะเปิดโลกทัศน์ได้ความไม่เหมือนกันเนี่ยแหละมันทำให้บริเวณนี้น่าสนใจเป็นการกระตุ้นความคิดสร้างซึ่งกันและกัน
ถ้าเปิดจะพูดถึงอดีตชุมชนตรงนี้มันก็เคยเป็นชุมชนน้ำทีนี้พอมีการเปลี่ยนแปลงแนววิถีชีวิตก็มีการตัดถนนสายสำคัญก็คือถนนเจริญกรุง
ศาสนาเนี่ยอยู่ที่นี่พร้อมเลยสามศาสนาโบสถ์คริสต์แล้วเราวัดม่วงแพ2 ปีที่แล้วเนี่ยนะพวกคาร์ดินัลใหญ่ๆตั้ง40 กว่าคนที่เข้าประชุมกันที่วาติกันนะแล้วเขาเลยมาที่นี่มาแล้วก็มาให้อิหม่ามเรานะมาพูดถึงเรื่องศาสนาของเราให้
มันตั้งแต่โบราณแล้วมันเป็นย่านธุรกิจที่แบบแขกฝรั่งจีนมันจะต้องมาตั้งธุรกิจตั้งวิถีชีวิตอยู่แถวนี้จะสร้างเป็นชุมชนขึ้นมา
แถวๆเนี้ยมันจะมีร้านจิวเวลรี่เยอะทั้งร้านจิวเวลรี่ที่เป็นเครื่องทองเครื่องเพชรแล้วก็ซิลเวอร์แล้วก็จะมีแถวๆนี้ก็จะมีพวกลงทุกร้านฝันเยอะแยะอะไรอย่างเงี้ยครับเพราะว่ามันสะดวกก็เลยเลือกมาเปิด
ตอนนั้นก็มีร้านค้าแล้วก็มีแกลเลอรี่อยู่แกลเลอรี่หนึ่งชื่อซีเวนเดย์แกลเลอรี่อยู่ฝั่งตรงข้ามเราก็เลยมีความรู้สึกว่าถ้าเผื่อเรามาเปิดแกลเลอรี่ของเราที่นี่มันก็น่าจะดีหลังจากนั้นสักประมาณปี 2012 เนี่ยก็จะมีแกลเลอรี่เพิ่มมากขึ้นแกลเลอรี่ฮอปปิ้งคือการที่เดินดูแกลเลอรี่จากแกลเลอรี่หนึ่งไปอีกแกลเลอรี่หนึ่งอย่างเงี้ยในแถบของเราก็มีแกลเลอรี่อยู่สักประมาณ10 กว่าแห่งก็เลย approach คนอื่นที่ทำงานอยู่ในโซนนี้ว่าเราจัดของเรากันเองไหมก็เลยเป็นกิจกรรมที่มีขึ้นมาเรื่อยๆทุกๆ2 เดือนนะคะ
1คือทำเป็นออฟฟิศได้2มีพื้นที่รองจักรยาน3คือสถานที่บริเวณริมน้ำแถวนี้เป็นพื้นที่ที่มีอัตลักษณ์ในการเหมาะสำหรับการทำทัวร์เพื่อชมวิถีชีวิต
It's not far from the Kherson Road and it's also not far from the markets and everything. It's kind of in the middle. It's a good place to stay because you can reach bus stops and you can reach the trains.
If it gets the creative district, maybe some kind of galleries, artists, smaller shops where you can see like local art or anything like that maybe.
ตอนนี้เราเริ่มที่จะมีการทำงานร่วมกันแล้ววางแผนเกี่ยวกับการพัฒนาความคิดสร้างสรรค์ของในโซนบางรักเองเนี่ยค่ะเพราะว่าก็อยากจะเอาศิลปะเนี่ยมาเป็นสื่อในการสื่อสารกับคนในชุมชนแล้วก็สื่อสารกับคนนอกชุมชนด้วยว่าศิลปะมันเป็นไปได้มากกว่าแค่ของที่จะมาวางโชว์อยู่ที่บ้านนะแกลเลอรี่แถวๆนี้ก็รวมตัวกันว่าจะช่วยกระตุ้นให้คนเข้าใจทางด้านนี้มากขึ้นได้ยังไง
ผมชอบให้มีพื้นที่สาธารณะพื้นที่สีเขียวเยอะๆจะได้บรรยากาศซึ่งบรรยากาศนี้มันเหมือนกับจิตวิญญาณซึ่งมันยังอยู่กับเราดีกว่ามากกว่าที่จะสมัยใหม่
อยากจะให้พัฒนาในเรื่องของความปลอดภัยนะคะในเรื่องของความสะอาดริมคลองไม่อยากจะให้พัฒนาในเรื่องของสิ่งก่อสร้างมากเกินไปค่ะเราพัฒนากันในเรื่องของชุมชนดีกว่า
เราได้เห็นถึงความหลากหลายที่มันไม่เหมือนกันมันเกิดการเปรียบเทียบมันเกิดการแข่งขันเกิดการปะทะกันของทั้งเก่าและใหม่ของวัฒนธรรมที่แตกต่างกัน ว่าโลกปัจจุบันมันร้ายด้วยความคิดสร้างสรรค์เพราะฉะนั้นถ้าเกิดเราเอาสิ่งเหล่านี้ต่อยอดต่อการที่มันจะเพิ่มมูลค่าของตัวสินค้าหรือว่าเพิ่มมูลค่าในเชิงการเป็นพื้นที่เรียนรู้เอานักออกแบบรุ่นใหม่ๆเข้ามาในย่านแล้วเรียนรู้ว่าร่องรอยทางอดีตเนี่ยมันทิ้งอะไรไว้แล้วเราจะเพิ่มพูนยังไงให้มันน่าสนใจขึ้นทำยังไงมันถึงจะเชื่อมโยงเอากิจกรรมสร้างสรรค์ที่อยู่รายล้อมในพื้นที่เนี่ยเข้ามาเป็นโครงข่ายของความคิดสร้างสรรค์หรือย่านสร้างสรรค์ที่มีคุณภาพและมีความน่าสนใจและไม่เฉพาะแค่ย่านบางรักอย่างเดียวแต่มันจะเกิดโครงข่ายกระจายไปตามย่านต่างๆทั่วกรุงเทพมหานคร
So now we would like to see how we can turn the district into the creative one in reality. So after the workshop, we got to do the project called Charoen Krung co-creation, and with that, we set a goal in transforming the district. It's not about creating the physical infrastructure alone, but we would like to create the process in nurturing the creative citizen at the same time. So because it's light in our belief that district is not all about the design, but it's about the people. And in order to create the district, it requires the people to co-create the district together. So it's starting from getting a different group of the people to meet and then encourage them to exchange their ideas. And then we go on further to ask them to design and make certain decisions. And after we got the program and the design, we're going to build the prototype or the mock-up to try on and get further feedback to improve before the project can be implemented in the future. And if you look at this process very closely, you can realize that there are two things that has been shifted. The first one is about the role of the architect or the designers. In the conventional role, as me as a landscape architect, we can start to design right away when we got the brief, for example, the swimming pool for the condominium. But for the district, it's not, because it's all about the people. So we need to change the role from the designer to be the facilitator in listening to the people and encourage them to show their ideas and empowering them to express their aspiration. So our role will be the facilitator and then translate those ideas into the reality. And the second one that has been shifted is about the process. In the conventional role or conventional process of regenerating the district, there will be the huge gap between from the research to the implementation part. And while this waiting for the implementation, there is nothing happen, and we're waiting for the funding from the government, and we can't really know whether the research part will be work or not in real life. So we provide these mock-ups as a platform to test and getting people feedback before this project can be implemented. So the design can be improved further. But importantly, with this mock-up or prototype, it will allow the people to experience the actual space or actual project. So it helped to stimulate the project quicker than the usual process. For the co-create Charoen Krung, we start by identifying all the stakeholders to come and join us and brainstorming and find out what are the possibilities that we have inside the Bang Rak Charoen Krung district. And then we found that there are so many good things about Bang Rak and Charoen Krung. We got a very good accessibility, and we have the creative business already established here. There are a very unique way of community way of life, and we got a history in this area. And the people here are very open and tolerant. And we got a rich culture here. But there are certain problems or obstacles that we need to taking care of. Like we are lacking of vibrant economy, lacking of interaction space among the communities, and lacking of the educational place, even though we have many schools. And there are a lot of dead space inside. And some of the areas are disconnected within the district itself and with the neighborhood. And we are lacking of the communication between the people who living inside the district. We're not knowing each other and we never have any activity altogether. So we come back and think of and then go back to propose this proposal to the community again with the 3 strategies. The first strategy is about the rebranding. The second one is about revival. And the last one is about the relink. Rebranding is about promoting the new image of the creative district to the people, to the whole city. And it's about creating the creative communication platform among the people of the Charoen Krung district. And revival is about revive the abandoned area of both the buildings and the abandoned empty space. So it could be, we could inject the new function and give more life and activity into those abandoned structures. And Link is about creating and finding the way how we can reconnect those dead space and make the whole district can be navigated through very easy and comfortably. And another concept that we propose to the community is about urban plug-in, because we have realized that the most valuable structure that we have found in this district is about the existing surface that contain the memory, history, story, and way of life. The surface is about the envelope or the urban fabric structure that is already there on site. What we need to do is about introducing the design tools or design platform to plug in and then can generate the program and many activities. And we believe that with this flexible relationship between the design tools and the urban fabric, it will encourage them to change over time and recreate over and over again, or it can be adapted to certain need and certain group of the people over a period of time. There are 6 projects that we propose it to the communities. The first one is about reviving the waterfront area in front of the custom house. And I think this is also become the new landmark to promote the new image of the creative district in Bang Rak. The next one is about reviving some of the warehouse and the shop house that can be injected with a new function. For example, this warehouse can be the co-creating or co-working space, or can be the workshop space. And some of the green pocket can be utilized as the outdoor library or playground for kids and meeting place for the local community at the same time. And some streets can be reorganized and introduce some program, so there wouldn't be dead space anymore. So that could invite people to visit the district even more by using some of the street. And of course, the infrastructure alone wouldn't be enough. In the proposal, we propose to organize the programs or the activities throughout the whole year to invite people and visit the district while we're waiting for the infrastructure to be built in the future. And of course, the internal transportation system like a bicycle lane and some shuttle bus should be promoted to invite and make sure that the district can be navigated throughout the whole area. And we asked the local community to vote and select 4 projects out of the 6 projects to be implemented as the prototype. And there are 4 mock-ups or prototypes that are going to be implemented. The first one will be constructed as a pocket green space in front of the post office building. So it will be the playground and meeting place for the local communities and probably for the office worker to sit on and have some chit chat. And then the new waterfront area will be constructed in front of the East Asiatic building. So it will be the stepping plaza that can organize some outdoor movie or some event or some performance by the Chao River. And then there one shop house that that we can organize the workshop space inside and turn the space into the workshop space, or it can arrange the furniture to be the co-working space or the library. So we work with the community to come up with the model of how the shop house can be turned and can be functioned to serve certain purpose. And some street need to be can be modified and introduce some canopy or some infrastructure to invite people to do more activity inside the street. And right now we work with the graphic designer to come up with a signage and some graphic to help them and the people to navigate through the whole district quite easily, comfortably, and then they know what is all about the Bang Rak area. So all the 4 mock-ups will be installed and will be ready for the first time for the residents and people of Bangkok and anyone to try on. And we would like to invite all of you to come and join us and try on the mock-ups and give us a feedback so we can improve the design and then we hope that it can trigger or stimulate this change to be quicker to be implemented in the futures. We think that the mock-up or the prototype is a glimpse of the futures to come, but we can experience it now, today, and we think that throughout the whole process, we already cultivate the creative seed into the people's mind and on into the creative in this district already. But the role of the architect or the role of us as a creative citizen is not to design or construct it, but to taking care of this seed and make sure that the district will grow in the future. And what we have learned today, the first is about everyone is a creative citizen. Second one is that the district probably is the only place that we can nurture the creative citizen to be the new engine in driving our economy of the future. The third one is about the role of the designer, that we are not supposed to design in creating the district, but we are the facilitator, listener, and we need to empowering the people and encourage them to come out with creative ability. So we are the one who transform those ideas into the reality. And the last one, we think that the mock-up or the prototype would be the new approach in try on and getting the people feedback and then can stimulate the change quicker. I am a creative citizen. I drew this image 30 years ago when I was a kid. It's about my dream city, and it's full of a skyscraper, sky train, some rockets, and people smiling. And I have realized that this is my creative ability, that I use it today and work with the people to grow the city, to cultivate them, and then to make the district of Bang Rak to be creative one and the other city as well. So I would like to invite you to write down what is your creative ability that you would like to contribute to this district and probably to this city, and join us in cultivate and let the district grow for the future. So thank you for your attention.